Hello students, welcome to Standard 9, subject Mathematics, Chapter 14, Statistics. This is lecture number 11. In this, we are going to see the measures of central tendency. The measures of central tendency, to understand it, before in this chapter, what we have done, that we will recall first. As we have seen in this chapter, that the data which is obtained or collected by somewhere else is well represented, and in representation we have represented by making the frequency distribution table to make it easily understandable. Then we have represented the data by graphical methods. In graphical methods also bar graph, histogram and frequency polygon, that type of graphs we have used to represent the data and to understand it very easily. Now the question is, to represent the data, after representing the data by the graph or by the frequency distribution table, we have to go through every observations, right? And if is there any possible way by giving some certain number only we can represent the whole data's mean or meaning? So yes, it is possible, and by that number, this type of numbers are called measures of central tendency. So let's see here. We can make out some important features of the data by considering only certain representatives of it. Only one representative you write, and the idea about the data, the conclusion of the data you can achieve. So this is possible by using measures of central tendency or averages. They are called measures of central tendency. This type of representatives are called measures of central tendency or averages. And in our section in 9th standard, we will see the three types of measures of central tendency. Actually, there are more also, but we will see in our section in 9th standard only three. They are measures of central tendency are in 9th standard are mean, so-called, or average. Second number median, and third mode. So three types of measures of central tendency we will see in our course. So first of all, we will understand the mean or average. The mean or average of the data is the sum of the values of all the observations divided by the total number of observations. So the mean or average is denoted by x bar. This is read as x bar. It shows the mean or average of the data, is equal to, this is called sigma I running from 1 to n xi means the observations, I running from 1 to n means n number of observations, and sigma means sum of n number of observations upon n means total number of observations. Here we have listed it, where x bar is mean or average, sigma I running from 1 to n xi shows the sum of n observations, and n shows the number of observations. Means to find out mean, very simple, sum of all the observations up and down their total number of observations. That is also the statement again used, understand. The mean of the data is the sum of the values of all the observations, that is sum of all the values of the observations divided by n, that is total number of observations. This is called mean, the definition and the formula. And in the formula, whatever the notations are coming there, meaning is there. Now this is called mean, and now we will see and understand with the examples. Example 10. 5 people were asked about the time in a week they spent in social work in their community, and they say 10, 7, 13, 20 and 15 hours respectively. Find the mean or average time in a week devoted by them. So in the solution, the mean equals to, as by the definition we can understand or write, that mean equals to sum of all the observations upon total number of observations. In notation way, that is x bar equals to sigma I running from 1 to n xi upon n. This is the formula. That is means sum of all the observations. Observations are 10, 7, 13, 20 and 15. So sum is represented upon n, means total number of observations. There are 1, 2, 3, 5 observations we have here of 5 people's time. So 5 is down. Then the sum of all this is 10 and 10, 17 and 13, 30 and 20, 50 and 15, 65, 1, 5. So by 5 when we cancel is 5 ones are 5, 5 3s are 15, 13 is x bar or mean. So the mean time devoted by 5 people in a week is 13 hours. So this 13 hours is the answer of this question. It is mean or average time. Next example 11, find the mean of the marks obtained by 30 students of class 9 given in example 2. So in this is example number 10. In the example number 2 in the previous lecture, previous lecture, we have seen the marks and the number of students were there. 30 students marks were given, and we, to make it easily understandable form, we have made in that example 2 the frequency distribution table. And that frequency distribution table is here we have. The frequency distribution table in example 2, which we have done in one of the previous lectures, that marks are of different types. They are 10, 20, 36, 40, 50, 56, 60, 70, 72, 80, 88, 92, 95. These type of marks were there. And number of students getting this type of marks are 10 marks getting student 1, 20 marks getting student 1, 36 marks getting students 3, 40 marks getting students 4, 50 marks getting students 3, 56 marks getting students 2, number of students getting 60 marks 4, number of students getting 70 marks 4, number of students getting 72 marks are 1, number of students getting 80 mark 1, number of students getting 88 marks 2, number of students getting 92 marks 3, and number of students getting 95 marks are 1. So one way, in this way, that the mean of the mean is equal to sum of all the observations upon total number of observations. This is the formula we have. The one way was the question we can take, and all the 30 marks we have to do the sum of all the first getting marks, second, third. This way 30 number of students sum we have to do, and then the total number of observations 30 we have to take down. So you can understand that work will be so tedious and so long, and in so detail it will be that 30 all the students marks we have to write here, and doing the sum of all 30 students. So if we do these 30 students is categorized in frequency distribution. 10 marks getting students is 1, 10 ones are 10. This way if you do, this is also, this number will also give the total or the sum of all the marks of the observations. So this way we have done, this is the marks given is denoted as xi, the observations, and this is the number of students giving fi, it is frequency. Means 10 is 1 time, 20 is 1 time, 36 is 3 times. So instead of adding 36 3 times, we can get it sum by multiplying 36 into 3. So we have done xi into fi, means fi xi we have formed to make it easy, to do the sum easily of all these 30 students. So we will find now the third column, extra column fi xi. It will give the sum very easily of all the 30 students. So 10 ones are 10, 20 ones are 20, 36 3s are 108, 40 4s are 4 4s are 16 and 0 160, 5 are 15 and 0 150, 56 2s are 112, 6 4s are 24 and 0 240, 7 4s are 28 and 0 280, 72 ones are 72, 80 ones are 80, 88 2s are 176, 92 3s are 276 and 95 ones are 95. And then do the sum of these all number. This is 1779 is actually the sum of all the 30 students marks. So this way very easily making the third column fi xi, we can get the sum of all the observations. So this formula can be modified in frequency distribution table like this. In case of ungrouped frequency distribution, x bar equals to the sum of all the observations will be modified as sigma I running from 1 to n as it is. In place of only xi, we will sum of fi xi upon n. This will also give the total number of sums, the sum of all the observations in frequency distribution. So this will be easy to do the sum this way. And now you will place the value, it is Sigma Fi xi is this 1779 upon n is this total number of students 30. Now you can cancel by 3. This 30 cancel by 3 is 10, and this 1779 cancel by 3 will 3 5s are 15, 2 27, 3 9s are 27, and 3 3s are 9. This way the cancellations we will do, and simplification. 593 upon 10. 593 upon 10 will give 59.3. The point will be after one digit. So 59.3 is actually the mean of all the marks obtained by these 30 students. So the mean is 59.3 marks. So this way, in this lecture, we understood about the mean, what is mean, the definition, and actually the measures of central tendency is first. Average we have, first measures of central tendency, the mean is, what is mean, that definition, the formula, the example with that understood, and the modification of the formula if frequency distribution is given. So you are suggested to understand this measures of central tendency. What is it? It is actually the representative of the whole data, and the representation will be on three types: mean, median, and mode. In this lecture about the mean we understood, so I suggested to write it all and understand it all, and based on this mean type of questions we will see in exercise, and it will be your homework. You can do it, but we will do that after understanding median and mode also. So in next lecture we will understand about median and mode. Thank you.